That's magic. That's football. Hello and welcome to That's Football for Chelsea against Liverpool. What a big game this is. Game of the weekend, I would say. Certainly, I've actually gone for a Chelsea win, which is somewhat surprising. I'm going for 4 out of 4. Actually, I'm going for 5 out of 5. I said Bournemouth win last night. I had Spurs win today. Arsenal and Man United win. And I've gone for a Chelsea win as well. So the run is on. I'm going for 5 out of 5 here. Look, the only reason I've done that is I think Liverpool have been quite disappointing recently. And I just think Chelsea are a better side than their last 2 games sort of dictate. So let me just go through the team news for you. So Sanchez, Gusto, Echebong, Badiashile, Cucurella, James, Caicedo, Fernandes, Neto, Garnacho and João Pedro. Quite a strong team. I mean, defensively, they worry me, Chelsea. Liverpool, Mavrodashvili, Bradley, Canate, Van Dijk, Kirkes, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gakpo, Isak. Strong side as well. So, look, I'm sure Liverpool fans will be watching this game going, this is the sort of game where if we can win it, maybe our season starts here. And here is Salah down the right-hand side. But for Chelsea, 2 losses in a row in the league, 2 red cards in a row in the league. They need a performance here, don't they? Thank you everybody who's tuning in. I've literally just been watching Man United against Sunderland and just done the match reaction. Quick toilet break and then back live again. Busy, but didn't want to miss this one. This is the game of the weekend. This is what we're here for. And I think it's going to have a lot of intensity. I really do. I think there's going to be, especially with Arsenal winning as well. I mean, look, you'd expect Arsenal to beat West Ham, but in some ways, that might be the Arsenal game. What is Anthony Taylor doing? Not giving a free kick there, by the way. Yeah, but they'd be the sort of games that Arsenal maybe would drop points in the last couple of years. So it's interesting. Bayern have just scored in 30 seconds. I forgot Bayern were playing. Bayern against Frankfurt, isn't it? Yeah, they're 1-0 up already. Diaz. Liverpool connection. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Bundesliga. Leipzig and Dortmund drew 1-1. So if Bayern were to win, they're opening up that gap. Yeah, Wirtz on the bench for Liverpool. Chiesa, Ekitike, Endo, Frimpong, Gomez, Jones, Robertson, Wirtz and Woodman. That Rio lad's not on the bench today for the first time in a long time. Esteval, Bonate, Gittins, Emanalo, Guay, Hato, Jorgensen, Lavia and Stonina on the bench for Chelsea. Liverpool are in here. Gakpo wins a corner. No, good defending. Gets rid of it. Yusuf says, what were your thoughts on Sunderland? It's the only team I haven't watched this season in the Premier League. And it made it difficult for the United game because obviously we were under a lot of pressure. But also, I thought Sunderland were going to be better than they were. Now, United played well, but I wasn't impressed with Sunderland. I thought Burnley were better than them at Old Trafford. So, look, credit to United. They needed to win, and they played well. But Sunderland, I'm not going to be fooled by we played so well, Sunderland couldn't do anything. I actually don't think Sunderland really showed up. Now, I don't know whether they're better than that normally, but yeah, they you know, United could have been 3-0 up at half time. Liverpool have started off well here. They have. They started off very well. Charlotte, thanks very much for your super chat. Driss says that Ricky has said that Luke Shaw was the best player today. I'm sorry, it's stupidity. I mean, it's mad, isn't it? Thanks for your super chats. Bobby says Lemens got man of the match, totally deserved on FOTMob. Sesko on the United stand, but he was second. So yeah, it's amazing what a competent goalkeeper can do. I mean, I you know, it's quite apt. It amazes me that Chelsea haven't gone out and got a goalkeeper of competence either. Anyway. From a purely footballing point of view, and that's what That's Football's all about, I'd like to see Sunderland again. I wouldn't say I was disappointed with them. I was overjoyed with their performance today because we benefited from it, but surely they're better than that. What's your prediction for today? I've gone with a Chelsea win, Tutti Frutti. Robbie is in a bit of trouble this week because already he went for a Fulham-Bournemouth draw and I went Bournemouth win, so that's 1 to me. He also went for a Spurs and Leeds draw. So that's 1 for me. We both went Arsenal win. And we both went United win. But he's gone for a draw today. And I've gone for a Chelsea win. So I could pull the 3 points back today. Joe Summer says, Chelsea win, are you okay? I'd put it this way. I don't think it'll be a draw. And Liverpool are really unpredictable at the moment. I think Liverpool are unpredictable. They're capable of winning this game, but they're going to have to play well, and that's not something they've been doing recently. But at some point, I agree, they will. They will click at some point, Liverpool. This is not a permanent issue. They're going to get good at some point. And that's why people who are taking the piss out of them make me laugh. Because they're definitely going to start playing well at some point. Absolutely love the Odegaard shout out you gave. As football fans have to appreciate passes like that. Newcastle won, and as much as I would have liked to have it been Bruno, he is the heir to De Bruyne's throne, says Rajaf. Thank you very much, Rajaf. Daniel said, Sunderland's passing and tempo was bad today. I think the newly promoted teams have got to be careful because they've all started off really well, but you've got to do it every week. You've got to get to 40 points to survive. Leeds losing to Spurs today, who had a midweek Champions League game. You know, it's all right doing it once or twice, but you can't be doing that regularly. I thought Leeds... Well, keeper's completely missed that. I was giving the free kick anyway. And Sunderland today, you know, an opportunity maybe some people would say missed. I think give credit to United to be fair, but it's very difficult to stay up, isn't it? Good start to this game though, high tempo. Please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right hand corner. I don't know what we're doing for subscribers on That's Football, actually. Lovely ball over the top. Garnacho's not going to get there, though, because Sweeper Keeper is there. Puts it out for a goal kick. We're only 500 subscribers away from 430,000, so please do subscribe. Get involved with That's Football, a home of football for football fans. You're very welcome. Bayern scored in 16 seconds, says Chicken. Yeah, Frankfurt, defensively, to be frank, are not very good. Good win today. Love from the US, says Dom. Hope you're doing well, pal. I'm just looking forward to a relaxing Saturday night now. It's amazing what United winning can do for your mood. I've got a film lined up tonight. I'm going to watch Rambo First Blood. Nice meal after this. 8 o'clock show. And then watch a film. Liverpool have started off very well. I think Chelsea are going to need to be a little bit more progressive here. Malik says it's amazing how Liverpool has got 2 top-tier goalkeepers. I presume Alisson must be heading off somewhere. Thoughts on Lemens and Sesko today, says Dylan. 2 goals in 2 games for a striker in the Premier League. You know, I think I was talking about this on the United stand. I think with Wirtz, with Gyökeres, with Sesko, and there are others, there's almost this desire to call them a flop. And they're not a flop in October. They won't even be a flop at Christmas. They won't be a flop until season 2. So there is this merciless, relentlessness to classify people as flops. And it's unfair. So for Sesko to get a couple of goals today, I think it just helps. And Lemens in goal, you know, very, very happy that we've got a goalkeeper that looks good. Big Nacho has been decent for Chelsea, says Nix. Liverpool's keeper looks like Donnarumma from Wish, says Cyber Turkey. Thank you very much for your super chats. Please do share the video. We've got nearly 10,000 watching. Biggest game of the weekend, this. Liverpool-Chelsea. Arsenal have already won. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game I like to play, but it's a game you can't afford to really lose when you look at it. Chelsea are actually in 9th at the moment, so a loss for them would be terrible, and a loss for Liverpool would obviously leave Arsenal top of the league. So Liverpool will definitely want a statement win, but so will Chelsea. I mean, Maresca will be the guy under pressure if he loses this, which I find ridiculous, by the way, because they would have beat Brighton if they hadn't have had a man sent off, and they would have beat United if they hadn't had a man sent off. So it's a little bit harsh, but that's the way football goes. Lee Berman says we're in London, aren't we? We are. We've had 10 minutes here. I'd say Liverpool have had the better start. I mean, the battle of the midfield's very interesting. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister up against Reece James, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. But here's Garnacho. Into Enzo, Cucurella. I'm not sure Garnacho's going to be a hit at Chelsea. I really wanted him to be at Man United, but he's going to have to go through the gears quite quickly. I always felt he had a very high ceiling, but there's a lot of work to be done there with him. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I don't know. Neto. No. Liverpool keeper is cross-eyed, says Bum. I don't know about that, mate. Liverpool will likely use Alisson and Salah money to fund Elise, Wharton, maybe a centre-back, and everyone will complain about how well they're run, says Danny on the gas. Elise is a fantastic player. It'd be a big loss to Bayern, and he'd be a big boost wherever he goes. Cad says, why would Chelsea have beat us if they didn't get some man sent off? We looked the better team before that, and also we went down to 10 men. Do you watch football, mate? They got a man sent off virtually straight away, so I don't know how you figured out the pattern of the game in such a short period of time. And we didn't get our second sending off until... We didn't get our person sent off until we were 2-0 up. I think Chelsea would have beat us with 11 players. If you don't, that's fine. But I think they would have beat us. It doesn't matter. We won. It's not that deep. It's just an opinion. Good. Caicedo! Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Caicedo! That's an absolute banger. They get hit and they don't get saved. He's put it right in the top corner. You'd ask questions of Liverpool's defence again. Why are they standing off from a player that can hit shots like that? But I tell you what, full credit to Caicedo, because that is goal of the weekend in the Premier League so far. An absolute bolt of lightning from Caicedo. And we're still waiting for the replay, but it was absolutely brilliant. What a goal. What a goal. I mean, look, you're going to ask questions here. You're going to ask questions of Van Dijk. He's got to close him down. He doesn't. Van Dijk's at fault there. He's got to close him down. There's no reason to stand off, but oh my God, what a hit. As a centre-back, you've got to come out and engage. I mean, you're basically giving a professional footballer the opportunity to set themselves and shoot from that distance. You've got to close it down. But when you don't close it down, full credit to Caicedo. It's such a good goal, and it's 1-0 to Chelsea. We've got a game on here now. We've got a game on here now. So people are trying to blame Gravenberch. I think once he's running at the back four, one of the centre-backs has got to step forward. They're not marking anybody. The hate watch is on now, says Garrett. Langford said, what's the best goal you've scored? You know that one from Caicedo? Times it by 10. And I was doing that on the regular down my local park. Well, it's interesting because we were just saying about Chelsea. Liverpool had started off the better side, but Chelsea needed a spark. Well, they got a bloody lightning bolt. More than a spark. That'll get the crowd up now, get the players up now. Costa says, if Van Dijk steps forward, he'd just pass it. Yeah, that's the whole fucking point, mate. He didn't step forward, so he shot and scored. He's got to step forward. I'm not saying that there's not a pass for Caicedo if he does step forward, but you've got to step forward. You can't just let him have a shot. Jacob says Liverpool love starting slow. And I thought they started off quite well in the first 10. Garnacho's got a bit of space here. What do you reckon Sesko flop looked like, Mark, says Henry? Well, he's not a flop, is he? 2 goals in 2 games. His job's to score goals. Maybe I've pulled a blinder here. I said Chelsea win. Predicted a Chelsea win. Cucurella. That's a weird cross. Going for a goal kick. That's a chance to have a look at the Caicedo goal again, surely. Yes, here it is. Into Caicedo. Yeah, he's got to come. No. Somebody said Van Dijk can't step forward because he could slip Pedro in. Kirkes is there to cover the pass. Got to step forward. I've played the game. He's got to step forward there. Liverpool haven't won at Stamford Bridge in 5 years. Look, it's a nice little ball into Isak. He's got a bit of space. This is what he likes. Into Gakpo. He'll chase it down himself. Cut back. It's got to be 1-1. Oh, Szoboszlai. Offside. Szoboszlai wasn't offside. Gakpo did really well. I think Szoboszlai's got to blast the shit out of that, to be honest. He's almost tried to place it, and I think it's too congested. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's just a good block. Vert scores that all day, says Matteo. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please share the video and subscribe. 1-0 to Chelsea here. An absolute banger by Caicedo. Liverpool had started off quite well, but goals change games. And the Liverpool defence will be questioned again, unfortunately. And when I say defence, I'm talking about the centre-backs. But here's Szoboszlai. Ooh. Happy birthday, Sarah Ryan. Chris says, sickening seeing all these content creators celebrating the win. They need to stay on the negative side they've put themselves on. Well, I hope you're not referring to me there, mate, because I've never said the words Amrim out. I know certain other people have. And, yeah, they won't dare say anything negative when we win a game. But if you are Amrim out, you should stick to it. I agree. I think Van Dijk is a fantastic centre-back, but I've spoke to a few Liverpool fans, and what they say about Van Dijk is that he makes the other centre-back do the work. He wants to be the spare man, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine. But in that situation, he's got to step out. Konate can't step out because he's occupied by another Chelsea player. Form says the supposed best centre-back ever let Caicedo do that. Look, people make mistakes. Imagine this Liverpool spending Verts 120 million on Gehi, a backup for Gravenberch, and keep Elliott, says Tanishk. Long way to go. I think Liverpool will score in this game. I'm not confident that Chelsea can keep a clean sheet. So, long way to go. Ian says, me and my dad are at this game as a birthday present. Sorry, I just lost the live chat there. Sunra says, I went to make a cup of tea and there was a goal. Who scored? Oh, mate, that's the worst decision you've made today. You missed one of the goals of the season so far. Absolute cracker from Caicedo. No, Cole Palmer's not back till after the international break. I think with Liverpool, it's that readjustment, isn't it? They're not the team they were last season for obvious reasons. People have left. New players have come in. I mean, they're looking at 3 losses in a row, aren't they? I didn't realise that. Both teams are looking at 3 losses in a row. Well, not Chelsea, because actually 3 Premier League losses in a row. Liverpool are looking at 3 losses in a row. Obviously, they lost to Palace last week, Galatasaray midweek. But I think Liverpool will score. I don't think this Chelsea defence is good enough to keep a clean sheet, which means they're going to need to score more. And Gusto gets it wide to Neto. What do I think of the England squad? Says FMB. I think it's bloody disgusting that Wharton is not in it. I mean, you're playing in a team that's 19 games unbeaten. You're a fundamental part of it. And you can't get in an England squad for Jordan Henderson. It's crazy to me. But every manager seems to have these weird intricacies. Lonut says Canate's head is in Madrid. Matt says the balance is wrong, bad signings and no one's interested in defending. I think you know, Liverpool can't be greedy because they spent so much money anyway, but missing out on Gehi is, you know, is a big thing. Jason says, I think Hendo swallows. That must be it. Oh, my God. You know when you read... sorry, apologies. Hi, Mark. Has anyone really been far, even has decided to use even go, want to look more like... What the hell? Try and read that super chat by Akimbo and make some sense of it, please, somebody. Wow. A lot of energy out there. I think we're going to see subs in the second half because they won't both be able to keep up this intensity, especially Chelsea. That's a foul. Ref, that's a foul on Salah. What? Anthony Taylor's a weird referee, isn't he? He really is weird. I mean, I want to see the game flow, but where's the advantage there? He's in. Pedro, why is the keeper not come out? He's got to finish it. He's offside. Oh, excuse me. I was getting excited about nothing there. Yeah, it's miles off. Oh, God, I've got a sneezing fit going on here. Ball over the top, Kirkes. Good defending by Neto. I haven't got a nosebleed, no. I was just sneezing. Yeah, Akimbo's super chat is wild. No one seems to get what that's it. Mike Hill says, how is Sanchez in goal? Has he served his 3-match ban already? I thought it was a 1-match ban. I don't know whether he got a 3-match ban for it. 2-0 to Bayern already against Frankfurt. They're going to run away with that league. I'm telling you now. 2-0 up against Frankfurt already. He stopped a goal-scoring opportunity, so it's a 1-match ban. Oh, don't worry, my house is burning down again. Every fucking time I'm streaming. Somebody can't cook, basically. Every time. Yeah, it was a 1-match ban. For Chelsea now, I suppose it's just a case of sitting in and countering, isn't it? It's very similar to what United did against Sunderland. Get that early goal. Szoboszlai's hurt his knee here. Last thing Liverpool want is an injury to him, arguably been their best player this season. Have you know, actually, just while there's a player down here, Ladios says Liverpool in crisis. Could be my video later on. Could be my match reaction. Have you noticed in modern football how direct it's become? Like, we had our second goal today for United, our left wing back, Delo, runs over to the right side of the pitch to launch a big throw in. And, you know, obviously Brentford are renowned for this. But we're starting to see some of the bigger clubs do it now. And we see it from the kickoff, you know, booting it down into the corner. I don't know, I think it's a bad thing. But it's being used a lot. A lot of clubs are playing the percentage game now. Which I think is strange. I never thought football was going to go down that route. But a lot of teams are starting to do it. Thoughts on scrunching loo rolls, says Oliver. I don't know what that means. That Bayern striker looks good, says Robert McCormack. Oh, bad kick out by Sanchez. Chelsea need a goalkeeper. Like, you seriously... I can't respect Chelsea's rebuild, despite all the money they've spent, when you don't spend it on a bloody goalkeeper. And I know they nearly got Mike Maignan, and I think that would have been a good signing, but you can't nearly do it. You need to bloody get a goalkeeper. We've seen it with United today in its early days, but, I mean, Lemens wasn't brilliant. He was just competent. And it makes such a difference. Hamouz says it's the same goalkeeper that won them the Club World Cup. Mate, he's shit, mate. Come on. Don't come at me with that. He's shit. We won the bloody FA Cup with an Arna. We won the Club World Cup with him. He's bloody brilliant. We won the Club World Cup with him. He's brilliant, Sanchez. Mate, I don't care about Chelsea. I don't care if you're good or bad. I'm just sat here as a football fan and I'm telling you, he's shit. He's a typical inconsistent goalkeeper. And what you need from a goalkeeper, I'm afraid, is consistency. One day, he can play really well. And then 2 days, he'll play really shit. You need a goalkeeper that's consistent. He ain't good enough for you. I wouldn't say he's as bad as Onana, no. Like Jacob says he's the Chelsea Onana. No, he's not that bad. But Chelsea should have a better goalkeeper than him. It's a good kick out to Garnacho there. But Garnacho loses it. Few sloppy passes here. Nice ball into Szoboszlai. Out to Gakpo. Into Kirkez. What? Why didn't he shoot? Wasted opportunity there, Kirkez. I don't know what he's doing there. He's in a really good position. The cutback is on. But I tell you what, when we see the replay, I think the shot was on as well. I think Maignan will go to Chelsea in the summer on a free. Yeah, I think they put their foot down and refused to pay. Conor Bradley is yellow carded here. Could be interesting. Up against Garnacho on a yellow card. Yeah, he pulls him back. Definitely yellow card. I've started to figure it out. Bundesliga. You know why the Bundesliga games are better flows? It's how long we take on things like this. In the Bundesliga, they'll be up and running again. It's a free kick. Get on with it. There's all this 10 yards bollocks, monitoring all the players. It's a fucking free kick. It's a free kick and we've had a minute of no action. He still hasn't blown his whistle, look. This is it. This needs clipping up. This is exactly why the Premier League is not flowing as well as it should be. It's not just about bad officiating. It's about how long they take on free kicks and corners. They're so fucking slow. Let the game go. You shouldn't have a free kick like that and then a minute of inaction. The restart, exactly, Cracker says, spot on, restarts take forever in the Premier League. Well, I've started analysing it because on a Friday night we do the Bundesliga and the games just seem to flow so quickly. And it's not that they're giving less fouls or stuff like that. It's just how quick the game gets back up and running again. I don't know why they got rid of Kepa and Petrovic, says Jordan. Think Brentford will beat City tomorrow? No. It's Man City, not Man United. Nah, they'll deal with them. I'd love Brentford to beat City, but no. I tell you what, if Newcastle do a job on Forest tomorrow, Ange could be out of a job. Chelsea driving forward here. Let me throw in. Can Man United give Liverpool a game? I'm not even thinking about that. Next game for United is Anfield. Obviously, next game for Liverpool is Anfield against United. I mean, if Liverpool were to lose this, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing for United to be going to Anfield when they've lost 3 games in a row. In a way, I think Liverpool winning this game and being a bit confident might be better for us. But then again, I think we're capable of going there and getting a point. Defensively, I think United, when they set up defensively, are quite good. Back 5, counter. Trouble with any game is, away from home, if you concede early, it becomes a problem. Well played, Neto. He's got Akers to run into. And he's up against Van Dijk. I'd run at him. I literally would run at him. There you go. He has. Canate caught. You see, in a one-on-one there, when would you ever say against Van Dijk, run at him? And Neto does exactly the right thing there. He's having a good game, Neto. Always liked Neto at Wolves. Corner to Chelsea. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. 15th. Why am I looking at ref cam? I don't want to look at ref cam. Turn it off. Stupid cam. Pratt cam, I call it. It's crap. Why are there bloody... Why is the definition so bad as well? Ganacho. I tell you what, I don't want him to score. He's the last person I want to score. United need a draw. Ganacho's in again. No, he could have given it. He could have given a penalty there. He might do. He's thinking about it. Nah. I don't think there's enough there. I don't think there's enough there at all. I'd like it to be, but I think that's soft. You can't be giving penalty. Unless he trips him up with his leg, you can't be a penalty for a push in the back like that. Who's he booking? Anthony Taylor's going to... I mean, this is far. This is too far. Maresca. Yeah, very aggressive, Maresca. I don't think it was a penalty as much as I'd be quite happy. Well, look at the press by Chelsea here. Oh, he's giving a free kick. Progressing and moving up is what everyone wants, but looking at these managers leaving smaller teams to go to big teams and then getting binned thereon after, is it not the case it's better to stay, says Sir Galahad. I think he's talking about the likes of the Bournemouth coach, the Crystal Palace coach. Maybe you should stay. The trouble is, though, if you're the Bournemouth coach or you're the Crystal Palace coach, maybe you should stay, maybe you should go, but they lose a lot of players to bigger clubs like Bournemouth, Hulson, the lad who's gone to PSG, Kirkes, Liverpool. Can we do a poll on whether it was a penalty? Well, to be honest with you, I'll do it. But if you think that's a penalty, you can only hate Liverpool because it's not a penalty, in my humble opinion. Been very aggressive, Chelsea. I think it's a good tactic. Good intensity to the game. I like it when it's like this. I think there's some, as I say, two brilliant midfields. And really good intensity to it. Malik says, I hate Garnacho, so it's not a penalty. Nah, it looked like a dive to me. I don't know whether I'd go as so far as to say it's... he should have got booked for it, but definitely not a penalty. God, I'll tell you what, though. Sign of a good game when it's nearly half-time already. It's absolutely flown by. That's what I call a marriage. Cup of tea when you don't even ask. It's like when I do the pots and she doesn't even ask. Once a year, she's really happy. Salah, bit of space. Interesting cross. And I tell you what, if you Mo Salah there, you're probably saying, why have you not scored that? Because it's a lovely cross onto Isak's head. And he's just not capable of doing anything with it. I do think people are struggling with this ball. Lovely cross. Just couldn't get it on target. Maybe a player of that value should be getting it on target. Getting a Chelsea tonight. Sorry, getting a Chinese tonight, says Kieran. What should I get? I went out for an absolutely brilliant Chinese in Birmingham on Saturday night. It was expensive. Sorry, Thursday night. It was expensive, but it was fantastic. We had duck pancakes. Fillet of beef, which I don't normally have at a Chinese. It was really nice, really good, high end, really. which is not, you know, nice. Thanks for your super chat, Kieran. Peshwari 9 is my favourite. It's not Chinese though, is it, Antita? That's not what the question was. Tyson, how can Isak be an overpaid flop? He was one of the best strikers in Europe last summer. Bradley is on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. I think Frimpong comes on at half time, and I think he knows it. He can't be on a yellow card. I mean, Chelsea fans have got a right to say, why is that not a second yellow? He hardly touches him. To be fair, I thought he kicked him. Duck pancakes are very nice, Ethan. Unless you're Donald Duck. I guarantee Arne Slot will be saying, lots of people having a Chinese. I love autumn, especially when Man United win. I love autumn nights. It's just January to February where it gets a bit crap. But it's not autumn, is it? Oh, I almost don't want it to be half time. I've really enjoyed this. Please do share the video. Got 16,500 watching. What are your thoughts on the game so far? I mean, we're looking at the Caicedo goal here. This is where Van Dijk has got to, he's got to come forward and he's going backwards. He's got to go forward. He's got to go forward. He goes backwards. And Van Dijk makes out that he's going with Pedro and he doesn't need to because Kirkes is there. I think Isak's a top quality player. Obviously, he's about a month behind everybody else as well. Look, it's a long season for Liverpool. They're going to look to go deep in the Champions League. They're going to look to be in a Premier League title race. The modern football fan is impatient because they want now. But as a modern manager, you have got to manage a season. And, you know, they'll be looking at Isak in the second half of the season motoring. Half time, 1-0 Chelsea. Thoroughly deserved. Give me your thoughts. Not a lot you can do from that. But I think you'll have to make some changes at half time. I certainly think Frimpong's going to have to come on at right back. It's interesting how the cameras are on Van Dijk, because I think he did make a mistake. Evan says, have you ever tried a spice box from the Chinese, Mark? I feel like you might be baiting me a little bit there, because I've never heard of that. Jim says Slot needs to go. Let me just bring you up to date with the afternoon scores, by the way, in the Premier League. So started off at 12:30. Good win for Tottenham, 2-1 away at Ellen Road. 1-0 was Tell, then it went 1-1 Okafor, and then it was a winner from Kudos in the second half, 57th minute. So a good win for Tottenham. We'll have a look at the league table in a moment. Arsenal 2-0 against West Ham. Rice and a penalty from Saka put that one to bed. And then Man United 2-0 against Sunderland. Mason Mount and then Sesko making it 2-0 there. So the league table, as it stands, does make for some interesting reading because obviously it's as it stands with Chelsea winning at the moment. So Arsenal would be top of the league, as you can see. If I can get my bloody mouse working, because I can't see it. Yeah, Arsenal would be top of the league with 16 points. Liverpool would be 2 losses in a row, 15. Tottenham would be 2 points off the top. What a start that would be for Thomas Frank. Bournemouth obviously won last night, 2 points off the top. What a start for them as well. Crystal Palace would have the opportunity to win tomorrow and go joint second with Liverpool. And then there'd be a bit of a gap to Chelsea in 6th if they win. Sunderland in 7th is incredible. Having watched them today, I don't know how they're there, but fair play. Man City have got an opportunity to win tomorrow as well. Man United on 10 points too. So quite congested. And that's what we're looking at as things stand at the moment. As things stand in the game, statistically, I thought Liverpool started off quite well. But 50-50 possession, and Chelsea have actually had the only shot on target, which was the goal. So a few chances. And I think a game where it's very, very important that you score first. And Chelsea have certainly done that in a very, very, very big way. So well done to them. Did you see Harry Redknapp's apology to Alan Sugar, says Ham? No. What's your thoughts on Wirtz missing out, says Liam? I think it's a squad game. And I think at the moment, Liverpool's best midfield three in a game like this is Szoboszlai, McAllister and Gravenberch. Chelsea's midfield of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez and Reece James, without Cole Palmer in there, is going to be very, very, very competitive. So I think that, playing Szoboszlai, you've got to rotate. You could argue that Ekitike should be playing instead of Isak. Liverpool need to start playing between the lines more, overplaying the wings, says Aidan. I do think as well that Newcastle, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal are all learning to play to the strengths of having a striker. Now, Isak is different to anything Liverpool have had. And when you look at Newcastle, they certainly played to his strengths. Voltemade is different to Isak. So you've got to learn a different way of playing. Arsenal haven't had a striker for ages, and I've watched a couple of Arsenal games, and they're not playing to Gyökeres's strengths. And I think you're right. I don't think they're playing to Isak's strengths yet. And United have never been very good at playing to a striker's strengths. So, in a way, all those clubs are learning a new way of playing. And I think when you've got a striker like Isak, the inclination is to say, oh my God, Liverpool won the league last year comfortably. They're the best team in England. Now they've bought Isak. They're going to win the World Cup. But it doesn't always work like that. It's the PSG theory, isn't it? You can have Neymar, Messi and Mbappe and not win the Champions League. You can lose all three and win the Champions League. You've got to build a team. And just because, best will in the world, good faith, you go and get Isak because he's available and he wants to come to Liverpool. But it doesn't mean it makes you a better team. And they've certainly got to learn to play to his strengths. Definitely. Definitely. Thanks for all your super chats tonight. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. 63% of you said it wasn't a penalty. 37% of you said it was. I mean, I'd have to see it again if 37% of you were saying it's not, because I'm not going to call 37% of you idiots. What film are you watching tonight? Rambo First Blood. You can't ruin it because I've seen it. It's just a great Christmas film. Will Salah eventually be subbed if he keeps having a quiet game? If I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't even be worried about Salah. Is Salah going to win Player of the Year this year? No. Not based on his performance so far. But Liverpool need to transition away from Salah anyway. I mean, obviously you want him to replicate the numbers he has done for the last few years, and maybe he still will. But they also have to transition away from an over-reliance of Salah anyway. So I don't think Salah is the problem for Liverpool. I mean, that cross to Isak, I think Isak should do better. You could argue that should be 1-1. So I don't think Salah's a problem. It's just that maybe, you can't be totally over-reliant on his brilliance. Other people need to contribute as well. Liverpool fan from Iceland, says Loggy. Absolutely love your content, commentary, outlook on life, and I would bear your children. You ruined it with the last bit, but thanks for your super chat. Isak and Gyökeres had no pre-season, says Daniel. Exactly. People don't want to hear that, though. We saw it with Mbeumo at Man United. First couple of games, he looked way off. Watch this from Kirkes as well. Why is he not shooting from there? So, this is a wonderful ball by Salah. Outside of the boot. I feel Isak's got to do better. Need another goal. Liverpool will come back soon, says Rob. I do think Chelsea do need another goal. I agree. I think they need another goal. I can't see Chelsea keeping a clean sheet. I just don't think they're set up for it. I may be wrong. I think subs will be key in this game as well because there's a lot of intensity. I've really enjoyed this game. I think there's a lot of intensity out there, and I think subs will be better. Do you think Caicedo's the best midfielder in the Premier League? I think we're very flippant. I think we're very, you know... I think Harry Kane is now considered to be better than Erling Haaland because Harry Kane's scoring more goals. I think if Erling Haaland was scoring more goals than Harry Kane, everyone would say it's Erling Haaland. Is Caicedo the most in-form midfielder in the Premier League? Possibly. Is he the best midfielder in the Premier League? I mean, comparable to who? Rodri? Gravenberch? You know, he's certainly up there. He's definitely up there. Whether he's the best, I don't think he's outright the best. I think he's in the conversation. Chad, and what about Declan Rice as well? Good shout, Sarath. Poor performance from Liverpool, almost as bad as United. United did win today, thank you very much. A win is a win. Second half's coming up, yes. Talking of Harry Kane, Bayern Munich are 2-0 up at half-time against Frankfurt. In Frankfurt, big win for them there. Inter are 4-0 up against Cremonese in Italy. They'll be wanting their title back. Coventry are on a bloody madness, aren't they? I'm sure they win 5-0 every week. I've got to look at this. I have to look at this. Like, they seem to not concede and score loads of goals every week. So let's have a look at the Championship here. Frank Lampard doing a great job at Coventry. They are top of the league. They've scored 27 goals and conceded 7. They've not lost the game. They've scored 27 goals and they've only conceded 7. That is more than double Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are second and they've scored 12. Leicester are third and they've scored 13. They've got 27 goals in 9 games. They're averaging 3 goals a game. That's a crazy stat. Shout out to Coventry City. Doing a good job. Do you think that Liverpool are going to win this game? I've got Chelsea down to win. Me and Robbie do win, lose or draw every Friday. He's 3 points ahead. But I've pulled 2 back already. And if Chelsea win, I've basically pulled it back to 3. I've pulled the gap back. And there's still a load of games tomorrow. So, yeah. Realistically, I do not want a draw. How much has football changed from when you were a kid growing up in the 40s and 50s? It's not even funny, Anthony. You know, I'm all for helping out other comedians, but that's not even funny. Albert says, as a Liverpool fan, I don't see how Liverpool improve when everything is wrong. Wingers don't move and all the midfielders want ball to feet. I think you're massively missing Luis Diaz on the right. Sorry, on the left-hand side. I know he wanted to leave, and if a player wants to leave, you're better off moving them on. Obviously, you're going through transition with your fullbacks, Andy Robertson and Trent, whatever you think about them. They knew the system and they knew they were leaders. Van Dijk seems to have took a step back. Konate may not be committed. I still think your midfield's strong. McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. I think that's your strength. But yeah, you're not functioning as well in the front 3. And you're not functioning as well down the flanks. So, yeah, there's almost a U-shape problem around the midfield. And obviously, I do think centre-back's a bit of a problem as well. Mirage says, I think Liverpool have been found out in the last week and I'm here for it. They might get something from this game, but that doesn't stop the world knowing they're vulnerable now. Man United next. I mean, Amrim's well and truly back if he can go to Anfield and get something. And if Liverpool don't have confidence, who knows? Who knows? I don't... No, I'm still of the opinion and I've been of this opinion for a while. I'm still of the opinion that I think they will bounce. They will start playing well at some point, Liverpool. That they will click. Because we know what they're like. They've already won the league with Slot. He's not a new manager. They've already won the league with Slot. I think that when they click, it's just about the new players. And I think they will click at some point. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Red says the honeymoon's over. I mean, I think Andy Robertson probably should be playing ahead of Kirkes. But they're trying to transition towards something new. Are you going to do a Liverpool in crisis video if they lose? I have to. You have to. I have to. Because they weren't playing well. And they had 5 wins from 5. And now they're going to be, if they lose this game, they're going to be 3 wins, 3 losses in a row, 2 in the league in a row. So I think there'll have to be some acknowledgement. Who's the better actor, Arnie or Stallone? Says Chocolate. I prefer Stallone films. I just think Copland's a brilliant film. Rocky, Rambo. Look, Arnie did some good films, but the acting, Stallone's a better actor than Arnie. Come on, get with it. Jingle All the Way. I don't get the hype around that. Never liked it. For me, it's not even a Christmas film. Wirtz is coming on here. Can Man United win the league this season? Well, it's not impossible, IMG, just because statistically it's not. We're only 6 points off the top. But anyone with a brain would say it's completely impossible. Have you watched Escape Plan? It's good. I'll tell you if I've watched it. No. I watched the prison film with Stallone in it before. Watched Lock Up. I quite liked that years ago. Connor Bradley off of Szoboszlai's going to go right back. I mean, is Szoboszlai Liverpool's best player this season? Nice to see some flags in the Premier League. I mean, it's a very wish version of the Bundesliga, to be honest, but at least we've got some. Second half's up and running. Long kick from the keeper. Possession. I wonder why the modern game has gone so... Gakpo. Wirtz. Lovely flick. Salah! Wide. I thought he'd scored. I tell you what, Liverpool were nearly 1-1 in the first 20 seconds there. Wirtz gets it into Gakpo. Back into Wirtz. Little flick into Salah. And I don't know what Salah does. I think Cucurella does enough to put him off. Connor Bradley's gone off of Wirtz and Szoboszlai's gone to right back. He had to come off. He had to come off Bradley because he was on a yellow card, and that's good coaching, really. Nothing about his performance, just you can just tell. It's like not taking Casemiro off when he's on a yellow card. I don't know why Amram didn't figure that one out. Vivek says, you're the best when 5 points down, pints down. Poll for the best winger at the moment. I vote Kudos. Love from India. Can we get... I can't do a poll because there's so many, Vivek, but if somebody can, Start putting some comments in about who's the best winger in the league. It's still Salah or Saka, isn't it? Start, bench, sell. DiCaprio, Pitt, Depp. For me, sell Depp, bench Pitt, start DiCaprio, KDB. The flick from Wirtz was good, says Abs. I think Robbie might have this one, you know. I think a draw. What does the 007 thing actually mean for Wirtz? Semenyo is the best in the league. I mean, Dylan, I'm glad somebody mentioned Semenyo. I mean, I was very, very, very close to doing a late night video on him last night, but I thought, nah. But no, look, Bournemouth, brilliant. He's brilliant. I mean, that's how you show a vision. That's how you deal with one game a week. I mean, I don't know what Bournemouth's next few games are, but they've done fantastically well. It's just whether it's sustainable, isn't it? I hope they're not playing Man United anytime soon. They've got Palace away after the international break. Then they've got Forest at home, City away, and Villa away. So they're like United. 3 of the next 4 games are at home away. So that'll sort the wheat from the chuff. Semenyu's not going to United, mate. Zero goals, 0 assists, 7 games. Oh, okay, so it's not zero. He's not 007 now then. Ian McKenna says, is Isak still on strike? What do you think about Leeds, says Luke. I didn't see the Leeds game against Spurs today, but same with Sunderland. I think they've both had very good starts, but one thing you've got to settle into in the Premier League is the relentless nature of it. You can't switch off. I mean, I don't know whether Sunderland played well today, whether that's what they've normally done. I wasn't particularly impressed with them. I thought Burnley were better when we played them a couple of weeks ago. But it's a very competitive league, and you know, Leeds. Look, Spurs are better than Leeds, of course they are, and 2-1's not a bad result, and they battled for it, and you know, Spurs are better than them, so you live to fight another day. I think the good thing about the newly promoted teams is that they're not really getting their arse handed on a plate. I know Burnley got battered by Man City, but you've just got to be competitive, and you've got to pick up points. And I think Leeds, Burnley and Sunderland have picked up a lot more points than this time last year for the newly promoted team. So, but you've got to do it every week. And every game's a battle. Look at Garnacho diving again. He got tackled, mate. He's a proper diver. I never really noticed it at Man United. And I guarantee he was a diver at Man United. But you know when he's not, doesn't play for your team anymore, he does bloody dive a lot. Doris says the Wirtz flick would have been assist of the season. Well, Pedro, he should have passed. Neto still got it. He did pass and he shouldn't have passed. Now Liverpool have got it with Kirkes. Isak's going to have to get subbed. I think he's off it, isn't he? Just, you know what? I think Isak will get better as the weeks go on, but he is. But you can see he's not sharp. We saw this with Mbermo. It took him a few weeks. Is Frimpong really that bad, says Thomas? He doesn't seem to fancy Frimpong much, does he? Here is Garnacho. Easily dealt with by Szoboszlai. Nice ball over the top for Salah. He needs to look. He needs to look. He needs to look. He needs to look. He shoots. Should be passing there. I do think Liverpool have had opportunities. I wouldn't say they were good chances, but I think they could have used them better. I mean, here, you look at Salah. He's got no intention of passing, but surely there's a pass on. Well, it's too late there, but he could have passed before. Disconnect says, Frimpong is for the games where we dominate possession. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let them on the station please. Don't know the words. Let the sun illuminate the sky. They're peeking for something in the distance. So close you can almost taste it. Relieve your inhibitions. There's an injury here. Buttershield. Buttershield. Man down, man down. Man down. Robertson's coming on. Presumably for Kirkaz. We think Kirkaz is coming off. We think he's coming off. Buttershield doesn't look good. Yeah, remember what I said in the first half? Liverpool is staring down the barrel of 3 losses in a row. And if Chelsea were to lose this, it would be 3 Premier League losses in a row. So there's an interesting context to this. Please do share the video. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved. Make sure you subscribe. Welcome to That's Football. We're back tomorrow, by the way. We're live tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Bit of a weird one tomorrow because effectively we're doing the 2 o'clock games, like I said, because there's 4 2 o'clock games tomorrow. There's more games at 2 o'clock tomorrow than there was at 3 o'clock today. So Villa at home to Burnley, Everton at home to Palace, Wolves at home to Brighton, and then the featured game we're going to do is Newcastle against Forest. So we're live at 2 o'clock tomorrow on That's Football. I'm not doing Brentford Man City. I don't like doing Man City unless they lose. And they're not going to lose. Whiskey or vodka, Mark? Says Log. Whiskey. Canate off. Is he injured? Kirkes for Robertson and then Canate for Jones. So I think Gravenberch goes to centre-back. Canate must be injured. Whiskey or brandy? I haven't had a brandy in ages. I used to like brandy years ago. I don't do a lot of spirits because I get a pain right there. Right under my left breast. If I have like spirits, I get a pain right there. I think it's like acid reflux or something. So whiskey triggers it. I'm all right with the rum. I loved at Christmas. I had this black cherry Kraken. Lovely. Stella or Budweiser, says James. I haven't had a Stella in ages, so I'd say Budweiser. Thoughts on Lavia? I think he has so much aura, says Rajaf. He just can't stay fit. I've seen more durability in a breadstick. You just can't stay fit. I actually like a Hendrick's gin on tonic. Yeah, so Pork Stick says black cherry Kraken is delicious. It's very nice. So we've had a few substitutions here. Of course, Thomas Tuchel's here. He bloody loves Chelsea. He'll be picking Mason Mount soon as well. He bloody loves anything to do with Chelsea. Well, you can already see the subs on the screen there, but I'm just going to confirm it for you. Garnacho's in. Unselfishly squared it, but there was no one there. A little bit unfortunate. Yeah, so Lavia's come on for Badashil and Reece James has gone to centre-back. Yeah, I think Lavia's got a lot of potential, but he just can't stay fit. Oliver says, do you think Liverpool will get top 5 this year? They've got a dream. Look, I'm having a very good week at the moment on my score predictions, and I said Arsenal would win the league. So, not many people said Arsenal for the league. In fact, people who said Arsenal for the league got laughed at. So, I just think Arsenal look like the best continuity team in the Premier League. Man City and Liverpool in many ways are rebuilding. Chelsea are always rebuilding. Arsenal, I know they bought players, but they kept a strong spine. They seem to be stronger this year. They can deal with injuries this year. A long, long way to go, of course, but good play by Lavia there. Cucurella. It's a good cross. Neto. Rubbish. Did that go out? Maybe it went off Robertson. Yeah, it must have gone off Robertson because it's gone for a corner. Yeah, he did. He did. It was good. It was a good header by Neto, but Robertson got there. Matthew says, what happened with the Liverpool tackle? It looked a bit reckless, but no VAR. Get Estevao on, says Joshua. Skunk says, people slate Maresca, but he's doing a good job. I mean, I believe Chelsea are in a false position in the league. Because as I said, red cards will happen, but they definitely wouldn't have lost to Chelsea and Brighton if they'd have not had the red cards. So they happen, but that was a drop 6 points. And, you know, even if they took 4 from there, they'd be right up there. Oh, God. It's been a long day. Liverpool have got some tough fixtures as well. I was looking at this the other day. Next few games for Liverpool. So, United at home, Frankfurt away, Brentford away, Crystal Palace at home, Villa at home, Real Madrid at home, Man City away, Forest at home. Actually, it's not that difficult. I don't know what I was looking at. Forget that. I feel like Chelsea are in the ascendancy here at the moment. Neto, little dink to the back post, and goal kick. Yeah, Chelsea just seem to be stabilising a little bit here. Salah. Sabozlai. Isaac. Goal. Bollocks! I'm a jinxer. I'm a bloody jinxer. I knew it when I went silent. I actually knew when I said Chelsea seemed to be stabilising here. I knew it. I was like, think of something to say, and I couldn't think of it. I needed to fill the gap quick, and I left it hanging. Sabozlai's cross. It's just crap defending by Reece James, to be fair. He needs to be stronger. He needs to attack that ball. Yeah. 1-1. I mean, I don't know whether... Have they got another centre-back on the bench? Somebody did just say Reece James at centre-back is a concern a few minutes ago. It's a funny old game, though, isn't it? Because I felt Liverpool were on top when Caicedo scored, and I felt Chelsea were on top there, and then Liverpool score. I said it at the start of the half. I think Robbie might have it right with a point here. Great assist by Isaac. A lot of people saying that. Jay says, we're so bad. These last 3 games actually disappoint me so much. I think you're a Liverpool fan, so you're probably feeling better now. Do you think Chiesa should start if he stays fit, says James? It was a lovely flick by Isaac by there. Whether it was meant or not, it was very good. Sorry, I've just lost the live chat again. Touchpad says, a few streams ago, you talked about celebrities whose death surprised you. I'll just say rest in peace, Avicii. Salah is missed again. I think they're starting to get a bit annoyed with Salah because he won't pass. Unfortunately, I could see Liverpool winning this. Savage says, I sense a red card. I don't know whether Chelsea got the minerals here in the last 25 to turn this around. They've never really kicked on at 1-0. Got another injury here. Do you think this is the Club World Cup? Cole Palmer's injured. Yeah, he's not back till after the international break. Yeah, he's going off as well. It's all coming together, Mark. Also, have you tried Starmalaga? It's lovely. I say lovely. The French can do some things right, says Loggy. Yeah, so Achibong coming off and Hato coming on. I'm surprised they didn't bring Hato on for Badashil, actually, because he is a centre-back. But, well, look, Chelsea... I don't know how many of these Chelsea players actually were involved in the... Is that Madonna? I've got no comment. She's got a bag of something. Whatever she's eating, it was in like one of those bloody freezer bags. That is Madonna. If you wanted to, you'd have to just picture in your mind what did she look like in the 80s. I think it was popcorn. Who's Madonna? Oh, come on. She's only one of the most iconic pop stars in history. I mean, I'm married anyway, so I wouldn't, but even if I wasn't, I wouldn't. Don't care how so famous she is. Favourite Madonna song? Papa Don't Pre... No, I don't like that. Not that one. Like a Prayer. Yeah, I like that one. With the choir. Madonna played for Napoli. That's Maradona, you prat. To be honest, I think some people in the chat don't know who Madonna is, so probably are going to say that. There's a player down for Chelsea kicking his legs about. It looks like he's lost in the grass. Can't see his head. It looks like he's fell into the grass. I miss Rick Mail, says Baron, talking about celeb deaths. Touchpad says piccalilli or haggis. I don't think I've ever had haggis, and I don't like piccalilli, so I'll say haggis. I remember when Madonna did that Austin Powers song. She looked all right then. I mean, we're probably talking 25 years ago, to be honest. Neto's up now. This is going to be a draw. Robbie's going to get a point back here. I need a winner, preferably a Chelsea winner, but I don't want to draw. No, it wasn't Ray of Light. It was Beautiful Stranger. Fell in love with a beautiful stranger. If he switches it to Gakpo on the back post, he's unmarked. McAllister tried to do a Casino and overhits the pass. Borderline was good, Kelly, yeah. If you're a Chelsea fan, you should like True Blue. Did you do a song called True Blue? Should Slot punish Salah's greed? Says I'm Batman. Shania Twain was more attractive than Maradona, says Lee. Yeah, but we're not judging them on the looks. We're talking about the music back catalogue. Cucurella, good cross. Couldn't get on to the end of it, Pedro. Salah. Back post is where you want to go. Gusto's leaving it all the time. I feel like Salah's holding the ball up too much. Madonna won the World Cup. Yeah, Maradona again. Is Madonna a better player than Luke Shaw? Oh, banter. Banter. It is end-to-end this game, yeah. Look, maybe there'll be a winner. Maybe there will be a winner. That's a foul. To be honest, Isak's gone down there, but I think it looked more of a foul on Reece James. Yeah. Reece James doesn't do anything wrong there. If you had a fourfold with Tottenham, Arsenal, United and Liverpool to win, you could cash out now, says Ben. Chiesa needs to replace Salah, says Kieran. Well, Reece James doesn't do anything. Nah, I can't see anything in that. Wasn't Madonna president of South Africa or something, says Touchpad. You've lost me with that one. I think Isak's coming off. Is he coming off or has he got to go to the side? God, ref cam's so shit. Mandela, of course, yeah. I knew who Mandela is. I just didn't get the connection with Madonna. I don't think Madonna is even... Oh, there's a lot of Madonna chat here. Madonna. I don't think she's that old. '67. I mean, look at Madonna and then look at Michelle Pfeiffer, who is also 67. No comments. Oh God. Why did I do, why have I done that? That was not deliberate. Sorry everybody. I've just realised. Gittins is on for Garnacho. Estebal's on for Neto. Goo's on for Pedro. Guy Ritchie was with Madonna, yeah. I think Madonna used to be with Sean Penn as well. Yeah, it's going to be a draw, this. I've played the game. I've seen this movie. It's going to be a draw. Esteval. Corner. Did Madonna have the hand of God? Thanks for all your super chats tonight. 18,000 watching. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Arsenal will still be top if it's a draw, look. Chelsea will be in 9th behind Man United. And again, Man United. Why can't we ever have positive goal difference? It's something about United and goal difference. We're shit at it. Every year we have shit goal difference. We've got to sort that out. Yeah, so draw's not a great result for Chelsea. I mean, it's better than a loss. I say go for the win, Chelsea. Push, push, push. We want a winner here. Don't want Robbie getting the draw master getting points. Good, good, good. Go on, Esteval. Come on, what you got? What? No, that's a foul, ref. I think you should have given a foul. Mrs. Bucket from Keeping Up Appearances has passed away. Yeah, it's not really a shock though, is it? She was about 94. Sad, but not a shock. Robertson. Interesting ball. This could go either way, this game. It feels like a draw, but there is still 10 minutes to go. Surely we'll get a big chance. I'm starving. I can't wait for my dinner. What we all having? I've got like... Mrs. has been to M&S and got like a nice... M&S is quite nice for food as a one-off. And shin of beef. Oh, Cucurella's properly overdone that. I don't think that's a yellow card. I genuinely think Cucurella's overplayed that. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong, but I don't think he does anything wrong. Doesn't even... I mean, that's not... How's that a yellow card? He's just pure guessing. I don't want referees to guess. If you see a yellow card, give a yellow card. But you can't guess. Never look like a yellow. Just look like two committed players going for the ball. And he just go... Because Cucurella goes down moaning, there's nothing wrong with him. Rajaf says, how can Wirtz be transformed from a flop to a hit? Well, I don't think he's a flop anyway. But to be classed as a hit, you've got to start delivering, haven't you? Chelsea on the attack. Enzo. Oh! Nearly an own goal. Gravenberch got a foot on it. Oh, Hughes lads just had venison steak and chips. I love venison. Sorry, Bambi, but I do. I haven't had it in ages, but I do like venison. Venison with a glass of red. To be fair, a 1-1 draw in this game would probably be the most logical prediction, wouldn't it? Mercury says, oh dear. The old ones are the best. Yeah, we're on here tomorrow night at 2, tomorrow afternoon at 2. Lovely flick into Gakpo. Lays it off. Good block again. Szoboszlai into Wirtz. Terrible pass. You do feel like both teams want to win this, and that just makes me think maybe we won't get a draw. They're certainly not... I think they both understand the importance of obviously it'll take a draw, but I think they both sense there is a win here, and it would be a big win for either team. Gakpo. Terrible. Wirtz, terrible feet there. Well done, McAllister. Phil says, I think Salah is going to score the winner. That's a foul. That's a foul. Never even got the ball. Oh my God, this ref's shit. So he's booking Szoboszlai for not making a tackle. And then he's not giving a foul for Gakpo, who clearly doesn't get the ball. And now he's booking managers for telling him he got it wrong. You're a fucking idiot, Taylor. He is a fucking idiot. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm not a Chelsea fan. But this guy, I'd get sent off. And I ain't got any skin in the game. How can you book the manager for saying you got it wrong? You did get it wrong. I mean, it's just main man syndrome again, isn't it? Shit, ref. Absolute shit, ref. Oh, nearly got him in there. Good play by Reece James. Still about 10 minutes to go. Chelsea fans hate Taylor as well. So I've got to put them in there as well. That was shocking though. I mean, like, Gusto clearly chops Gakpo and he goes play on. It's a shocking decision. Lovely ball here. Chelsea on the break. Gittins. Good save. Good shot. Esteban. Good save again. 2 good saves by the keeper. What is the ref doing? How is Szoboszlai on a yellow, says Ben. Corner to Chelsea. How are you doing there? 83 minutes. Corner to Chelsea. It's a good one. Keeper's punched that away. I'm going to stop that now. Gusto. I prefer HelloFresh. Boom. Does any team like Anthony Taylor, says Johnny? Well, it's always a tough poll, isn't it? Anthony Taylor or Michael Oliver? He's got lovely feet, Esteban, hasn't he? Harry Kane injured, apparently. They're winning 2-0, 83 minutes. I think Anthony Taylor's worse than Michael Oliver because Michael Oliver's not great, but Anthony Taylor's got a real arrogance to him. Like, you can't say anything to him. This could be it. No, keeper's out. Well done. Chelsea having a good few minutes here, but Robertson brings it forward. Oh, no. Not on the same wavelength there. Gakpo in the box. Rubbish cross. Come on. It's going to be a bloody draw, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a draw. Endo coming on. 18,800 legends. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We're very close to 430,000, by the way, so please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. I am going to do some international break games, by the way. To be fair, I don't normally bother, but England have got Wales, so there's an element of locality to that game. So I'll probably do both the England games, to be fair. I was looking forward to watching Harry Kane, but if he's injured, he can't be injured because he just scored a goal. I know he hasn't. Diaz scored. Kane scored the second goal. Kane came back on the pitch as well. He's fine. So we've got about 6 minutes to go here. Arsenal will be top of the league tonight unless Liverpool find a winner. A draw won't put them back. it will be goal difference, and it will be Arsenal. I never knew Girls Aloud and Sugar Babes did a song. I mean, I'm sure that's earth-breaking news for you, but good defense. Szoboszlai's played brilliantly again, hasn't he? Probably man of the match. Chelsea still here. I think they're both locking down now. I can't see a winner. Ooh, who hit that? Caicedo again. Just shoot, mate. Keep shooting. He was leaning back a little bit there, but had a bit of dip on it. Another corner for Chelsea, heading into the last, well, stoppage time, effectively. I'm on the United stand at 8 o'clock. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, boys and girls. Sounds a bit weird. Yeah, he's definitely been the busier goalkeeper. Now, Liverpool with a 4v3. That's the wrong pass. I don't think Salah's the right pass tonight. Szoboszlai. No. I'll be stunned if it's not a draw. And that means a point back for Robbie. Bloody great. One job. Not a draw. Seven minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. People are saying 7 minutes. Where do you get 7 minutes from? Tune in at 2 o'clock tomorrow if you're not doing anything, by the way. We're just going to do the 2 o'clock games. The games aren't brilliant tomorrow, so... Another good cross into the box. Give us a McTominay Scooby-Doo. Love from UAE. Scooby-Doo. That's from WW007. Does any... I've done that. It's still going to be a draw. I mean, Enzo Fernandez should bloody score there. What a chance. Come on, Chelsea. I said you'd win this game. They should have bloody won it. Free header missed, says Savage. Volta Messi is better than Isaac so far, says Truck Karma. You've got a Swedish flag. Volta Messi's German. Isaac's Swedish, mate. You shouldn't be saying that. Chelsea knocking on the door. Well, we know why Chelsea are knocking on the door. It's been a very equal game, by the way. Chelsea knocking on the door because they do need a win. They draw this game. They're below Man United on points. Look at the league table. It does not lie. Manchester United are better than Chelsea as things stand. It's a fact. Look, 9th place for Chelsea, and it could get worse. There are other teams who are playing tomorrow. Ruben Amor in. Good play by Gakpo. Good play by Esteban to win it back. He literally stole his pocket. But that's going to go through to the keeper. Look, I'm enjoying United winning because you never know when it's going to happen again. Our next 4 games, we've got 3 away games, so we're going to have to step it up. Big time. Liverpool on the attack with Gakpo. Good interception. Go on, push it. No, there's no one there. Get up the pitch, Chelsea. Get up the bloody pitch. Still 4 minutes to go, lads. Come on. Go up pitch. Curtis Jones. There's something wrong with this ball, you know. I need to get on a pitch with this Puma ball because everybody seems to sky it. Tickly throat now. I've got a really tickly throat now. Tickly. Liverpool are joint top as things stand, 16 points with Arsenal. Oh, God, I'm tired. It's a lovely ball into the box. Robertson. Goal kick. I don't think we get a winner now. 2.5 minutes. They've got an overload here. You needed to play that quicker, Cucurella. Cucurella crosses it. He's won it to the end. Is it offside? Esteban. There might be some offside here. Robbie's in the bin. In the bin. Robbie's in the bin. La 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 la. This is just simply Premier League predictions. This is. I said Chelsea win. I've pulled 3 points back today. If this is allowed. I mean, Liverpool in crisis video on the download. It's got to be. But I don't know. I don't know. This is the difference between Robbie predicting a draw and me predicting a Chelsea win. Back your horses. Hold your horses. They're too slow on the replays, aren't they? The Caicedo goal was the same. We need to see the bloody replay. I feel sorry for Chelsea fans here because they're really slow on the replay. Like, this is it. Oh, he's miles on. He's miles on. He's absolutely miles on. It's a goal. It's definitely a goal. Chelsea have won this at the end. Definitely a goal. I mean, I'm still not going to say it because you just never know. But Liverpool in crisis video on the download. I think Chelsea have deserved it as well. They've definitely pushed it. They've pushed for it in the last minutes. I don't know what's going on here with Van Dijk. I missed it. Referee will love all this. Mark this super chat. Esteban will be a superstar to Stamford Bridge. Oh, he sent Maresca off for running down the touchline. Well, we've had the 7 minutes, but... Yeah, Shreeman, I'm not a bloody idiot. Puma Pants says third man. I can't believe how bad Verts is, says Marlowe. Make no apologies. It has to be a Liverpool in crisis video. Now, normally it's Man City at this time of year, but we've got to be fair on That's Football. And I think Liverpool in crisis is only fair. I don't think slot out's fair. That's the final whistle. He's blown it very, very quickly. Anthony Taylor. It's a huge win for Chelsea in the context of the league table, by the way. I don't know whether we've seen it go round. This is how it's looking. Chelsea go up to 6th place in 11 points. And Arsenal remain top outright because Liverpool have lost their last 2 games. The turnaround in the league is incredible. What a game as well. Really good intensity end to end. I'm glad we got a winner. It's a great win for Chelsea. It's a harsh loss for Liverpool. Questions will be asked. I think Salah was wasteful. Van Dijk wasn't very good. Their leaders not really stepping up when new players need to be helped to settle in. But it's a massive win for Chelsea. And I'd say possibly deserved across the 90 minutes. The Caicedo goal, etc. Right, I'm going to go and do a Liverpool in crisis video. I sound like I'm happy. Well, why not? You know, at the end of the day, why not? It's as a Man United fan, we've got them next. I don't know whether that's good or bad, actually. We could be on the end of a Tonkin, I've just realised. But look, if a manager gets a red, is he not allowed to manage the next game? Says Touchpad. No, I think he's in the stands. But I'm on the United stand at 8 o'clock. I'll speak to you all in a bit, and I'm going to go and do the match reaction. Thanks for watching.